Welcome everyone to my writing journey, where I will be explaining how my writing habits and writing pieces have changed and evolved since taking this course. I hope you enjoy it. First, I want to focus on my writing habits before taking this class. As seen in this reflection, my writing used to be very simplistic. My organization was writing a quick outline and then starting the assignment. I didn't look at writing as much of a process at all. It was an event. So when I had trouble writing and putting my thoughts into words, I got very frustrated and didn't like when I had to do writing as part of a class. This led to a lot of anxiety when I thought about having to teach students how to write and how to go through the writing process. I was definitely afraid. So with all of these mixed feelings and anxiety about writing as a student and writing as a teacher, I knew that I had to broaden my horizons and learn a thing or two. So I decided to take this course. This is a picture of the rough draft of the narrative piece that I wrote, which focused on how I got my first tattoo. I knew that this is the story that I wanted to tell, but when I started writing it, I didn't know where it was going to take me. I struggled with trying to tell a reader about the actual event, but also about all of the decisions and the feelings that led up to that day. I struggled with the organization of it and wasn't very comfortable with the editing process yet. One thing that this class taught me was how to come back to a piece multiple times, how to walk away when things aren't really making sense, and think about where you want your piece to end up. After learning so much about myself and my own writing, and writing as a process in general, I hope to take these new lessons with me as a student and as a teacher. As this class comes to an end, I have learned that I don't need to be a perfect writer, and I don't have to have a mastered craft in order to teach students about this process. I know that I can learn as they learn. In this piece specifically, I struggled with showing the passage of time, and so I decided, as I edited the piece and made it longer and a more in-depth story, that I could use headings every few paragraphs and lead up to the day that I got my tattoo. I felt so proud after spending time on this piece and giving it the attention that it needed. My biggest takeaway as a writer and a student is definitely the power of editing skills. I learned throughout this semester that editing is not just about missing a comma or changing a word because it sounds better. Editing is about looking at your piece as a whole and thinking about how to make it better for you. Keeping that in mind, my biggest takeaway from this class as a teacher of writing would be to make students comfortable with the process of writing. I want writing to be a living and breathing part of my classroom, where students can write about topics that inspire them and make them happy, instead of only having to write to explain an answer in another subject area. From this class, I've learned that writing is its own entity and can teach students to express themselves in a new way. Thanks so much for watching and listening to my voice drone on and on. It's been a pleasure getting to know you guys.